Afternoon world, it's about 3:15 on the afternoon on Sunday the 20th of January 2019. Yours truly is up here at the roof of the world as far as that goes in modern day Great Britain. I'm in the highest point of Great Britain south of Scotland. I'm in Snowdonia, the land of the ice and snow. Giving you a quick panorama of where we are just before I start giving you a really good video on the full moon, because in about 14 hours from now there's a total eclipse of the moon, and it's going to have a major impact on a number of different prominent people, countries and the world in general, which is perhaps why I'm hiding up here where the trolls and the ice giants are. So here's today's video. Now, the eclipse tonight is at about, the actual eclipse exactness is at 5:10 in the morning UK time, and it's a total eclipse with the sun at 0 degrees Aquarius and the moon at 0 degrees of Leo. It's not just the eclipse though. The eclipse itself, the full moon, the sun opposite moon, is very strongly square Uranus. Uranus is at 28, nearly 29 degrees of Aries, 1.5 to 2 degrees away from squaring both the sun and the moon. So let's deal with that first of all. The eclipse sun and the eclipse moon and the sun are at 0 degrees of Leo and Aquarius. This is exactly square the sun's position of Her Majesty Elizabeth, the Queen of England. It's exactly square the moon of Prince Charles of England. It's exactly square Jupiter of Prince William of England, and it's exactly square Pluto of Prince Harry. It strikes me as no coincidence that a couple of days ago Prince Philip, the Queen's 97-year-old husband, had a pretty major road traffic accident which would have killed many people, yet he at 97 years old managed to get up and walk away from it. Nevertheless, with this eclipse I can't help but feel that there's repercussions to come in the next couple of weeks, and I do expect significant changes in the House of Windsor and as a result in Great Britain and British politics over the coming couple of months. Also in this eclipse there is an exact square from Mars at 13 degrees 40 of Aries to Saturn at 13 degrees 30 of Capricorn. That's an exact square. Now this is interesting because A, Prince Philip has the ascendant at 13 degrees 30 of Capricorn, and Mercury, the planet of communication, at 13 degrees 30 of Cancer, exactly opposite his ascendant, and on the day of his accident Saturn was precisely on his ascendant and opposite his Mercury. But it's also significant that America, the United States of America horoscope, the Sibley horoscope for the 4th of July 1776, has the Sun at 13 degrees of Cancer and Saturn at 14 degrees of Libra. So with Mars now squaring America's Sun and opposite America's Saturn to less than 1 degree, and with Saturn in the sky opposite America's Sun and squaring America's Saturn to less than 1 degree, it's no surprise that America is going through a considerable degree of both challenge and hardship at this time. It's perhaps also significant that the horoscope of Donald Trump is particularly strong in relationship to the horoscope of America, especially at this time. Trump has Mars at 26 degrees of Leo and the ascendant at 29 degrees of Leo. America's chart has the moon at 27 degrees of Aquarius. Trump's Mars and ascendant are opposite America's moon, or rather America's moon is on Trump's descendant. So in many ways it could be said that at this time, especially now, Trump is indeed a man for America at this time. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is not up for me to decide. Having said that, Trump as is well known, has the sun at 21 degrees of Gemini and the moon at 22 degrees of Sagittarius. And shortly now, at the end of February, start of March, Jupiter is going to stand still at 22, 23, 24 degrees of Sagittarius for a month, opposite his sun and on his moon. This leads me to assume that the more we get into late February and early March, things around him are not only going to exacerbate, but they're probably going to implode in some shape or form. And that later in the year, particularly when Mars passes on his ascendant, sometime in July, August, there will be further repercussions involving him. And at this stage, I don't wish to call controversy any more than I have done in the past, but I still maintain my prediction of a couple of years ago that Trump will not see a full term, and I do not expect him to be American president by the end of this year. Neither do I expect him to be impeached or charged with any felony, because I'm sure that if he does resign, the next president, Mike Pence, will immediately pardon him for everything. However, with the eclipse of the moon tonight, it seems as if we're building into a pattern now that's been building for 3 weeks. The British royal family, the furore in Britain over Brexit, the American shutdown, it's all reaching a peak. And as I said in my global videos earlier this month, once we're past the end of January, the hardest time of 2019 is over, and that's been backed up by the way I see it in many clients' charts over the last few weeks. Nevertheless, this is, of all the eclipses this year, there are 5 eclipses in 2019, this is by far and away the hardest one. So wherever you find yourself in 14 hours from now, if you're in a position to 5 a.m. UK time to look out your window and see the total eclipse of the moon in the southwest, it will be one hell of an experience. It will be a blood red moon, and the effects on the horoscope of America, the horoscope of the UK, the horoscope of the British royal family, and with Jupiter and Mars coming up to affect the horoscope of Donald Trump, and with the Mars-Saturn square exact now affecting America, we are in incredibly contentious times. Hang in there, folks, because it's only another couple of weeks, and then hopefully the hardest time of the year is over. Meantime, I'm in the mountains of Snowdonia where the eagles are and the snow is, hiding away. I'll be back at the workplace in another 48 hours. I will be getting back to you all. Okay, have a great eclipse. Take care, folks. Bye.